Today I'm going to show you how to make my 5 favourite emergency candles. Number 1. Start by taking a lump of Edam cheese and peeling off the wax coating. Next, take a strip of newspaper and roll it into a thin tight roll. We'll use this as a wick. Then tear off a strip of the cheese wax, put the wick in at one end and tightly roll up the wax until you have something which looks like this. Light it up and there we have our first finished candle. Number 2. Start by taking a block of butter and using a sharp knife, cut off a piece like this. Then, using a thin screwdriver, poke a hole down the middle. Next, push in a short length of cotton string to act as a wick. And finally, wipe the top of the wick with some butter to help it light. As it burns, the butter will start to melt and pool around the bottom of the candle. Number 3. Take a can of tuna in sunflower oil and using a thin screwdriver, poke a hole through the top. Be careful not to slip and don't go through the other side. Next, take a short length of cotton string and poke it through the hole and into the can. Use a pair of scissors to cut off any excess. Then, go ahead and light it up. Surprisingly, this doesn't really smell, and you can still eat the tuna once you've finished. Number 4. Take a wax colouring crayon and simply light up the end. It might take a little while to get going, but once it's started, it'll burn well. This may give off toxic fumes and should only be done outside. And finally, here's my favourite. Take an orange and using a sharp knife, carefully cut through the skin in a circle around the centre. Then gently use your thumbs to ease the peel off the fruit until you have something which looks like this. Make sure you have the centrepiece here because that's going to be our wick. Next, take some olive oil and pour it into the orange. Make sure to soak the wick with some, but don't cover it. Then light it up. It might take a little while to get started, but once it's going, it should last a long time. And if you want to, you can float it in a bowl of water and use it as a centrepiece on a table. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more, click on the links on the right-hand side.